Hi, this is Suzanne with Sweet Tea and Whimsy. Today is going to be a very informal video. I'm questioning whether or not I should even post it because this is real life. What I'm doing today is I have removed all of my 4th of July decor and I've started a bird theme. And I'm not happy with it, but this is real life. What I typically do is I just have to throw something out there onto that blank canvas and get started, and then I'll move things around. I will try something different until I get the look that I'm going for. So right now, it's so-so, but I wanted to go ahead and share it with you so that you can see the steps perhaps that I go through, and then come back later in another video and see the final project. Don't judge me too much, guys. This is real life. I've been washing and folding clothes today, getting ready for the week, and I guess I'll just go ahead and show you guys. So I'll go ahead and share this area with you. Again, I'm going with the bird theme. So I brought out, I have used this little canvas bird print so much. I think I've used it probably in the last 3 decor videos that I have done, but I love it so much and I'm using it again. So I kind of layered the mirror with a frame and then the canvas. And here on this little pedestal, there is the cutest little beehive wax candle. This is actually real bee wax. There's a lady who makes beeswax candles, and she lives here locally. And so when she has some, I always try to get me a few of them to have on hand. So I absolutely love that. And here on the dresser, I have got the 2 bird prints that I recently thrifted, and I went ahead and painted the frames white and distressed them pretty heavily. And I kind of like that look because when it was just the brown wood, it was kind of dark, and hopefully now this gives it a little bit of a newer, fresher look. And what I have here on the dresser is this piece of beautiful fabric that actually was the curtains in my daughter's bedroom when she was a baby, so many years ago. And I kept those curtains, and I kept thinking I might sell them, and I decided why not just use the fabric. I love the fabric even to this day, so I am proud to be using it again. It's got a lot of good memories. Now here on this book, you saw this in a recent thrift haul. These are some of the vintage Reader's Digest books that I got a whole box of. So I think that this green color is so pretty for summer. And here are 2 of the bottles that I thrifted. One friend on the channel commented and said that she believes this may be a syrup jar and to be looking for glass stoppers. So that is now on my list, is to look for some glass stoppers for all of my glass jugs and bottles like this. Now you're gonna love this, guys. This is an old, very old Burpee Seeds catalog from 1952. Can you believe that? These are asters on the front cover, and I absolutely love this. Look, guys, how beautiful this catalog is. There are some colored pages. Look at those giant begonias, and a lot of old papers that make up this catalog. I absolutely love this. This is one of my treasures. Look at all of these tomatoes, cucumbers, radishes. I absolutely love this. So every now and then I bring it out. Look at this, how beautiful. And use it with hopes that it doesn't get messed up, because I absolutely love this. 1952. Can you imagine how this has survived all of those years? So anytime I see something that's really old like this, that just strikes some good memories with me, I'll pick it up. This is one of my treasures. And here is the other thrifted book from a recent haul, and I've got it opened up to the section on a butterfly sanctuary. This is a book about backyard wildlife, how to attract wildlife into your backyard, and it talks about all the different flowers and plants you need to have. Now this was from an earlier haul where I found these wonderful old postcards, and this is a vintage shoe brush, and I just use it to put little postcards and cards on sometimes. And here are two more beautiful books. One is on trees and one is on birds. I love the color of these greens. And here is the beautiful double-handled flower vase. It's absolutely gorgeous. And so here is what this looks like. Over here on the side, this is what I called a drying rack on my thrift haul video, and several of you commented to let me know that this is an album holder, an album rack, and I agree now. I see it completely. Although I can stack some dishes in this rack and have them on display, if I were to lift this rack up, all of the dishes would fall directly through. So the only thing that's holding them in place is the rack and the fact that I've got something underneath. So for this purpose, I love it. I think it's beautiful. It allows me to display some dishes, and we'll talk about those in just a moment. Now this is an old tea kettle that I thrifted a while back, and I don't even know if I've shared it with you, but I absolutely love that. I've not cleaned it up. I like the tarnish and the old history that it bears on through its colors. I love the color and the patina. So I'm not going to wash that up and clean it up. I'm going to leave it as is. Now over here is another one of the thrifted vintage Reader's Digest books. This is the one that was from 1952. So this one is from 1952. I love the color on it. Here's the little 25-cent watering can. And I've not shared these before with you, but I also collect staked plates. So here are a few of them that I've collected. I have Wisconsin, Oklahoma, Alabama, another Alabama one, Florida, North Carolina, Kansas, and I may have a few more in there in my collection, but I absolutely love looking for these when I'm thrifting or looking in a consignment store or an antique shop. So that is a real fun collection to have. And I want to show you this, guys. If you remember in a thrift haul video, I shared a burnt orange lamp, and this is that lamp. I revamped it, relamped it, and I absolutely love this. The other night I sat on the couch and took blue fabric, all different kinds of blue fabric, and I just ripped them into strips, and I just tied them around the lampshade, and now I have a whimsical, shabby chic lamp. I absolutely love this, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments. And I think it's very unique, and like I said, it's whimsical. Another thing that I recently thrifted that was in the recent thrift haul was this blue melamine cup. And in this cup, I simply took some of the leftover fabric strips and simply wadded them all together, tied them off, and made these cute little fabric balls, which I love. I think they're also whimsical. So I threw those in there. So here's this corner of the room. And over on the mantle, speaking of the thread that I used for the lamp, I'll show you one more thing. I went out into the woods and I found this old gourd that had broken into pieces, and this was the part that was left. And so I put together a little bird's nest. And since I did not have any little eggs, I took all the threads that had been pulled from me shredding the fabric into strips, and I kind of wadded them up in my hand and spun them together into these little balls that kind of look like bird eggs. Anyway, it's whimsical and I like it. So this is my little homemade bird nest, and I've got it on a pedestal. Here's another thrifted item. This is the July calendar print. I don't have it framed yet, so I simply used some very tiny little clothespins and held it together so that I could display it here on my mantle. Here are some more of the vintage Reader's Digest books. Here are a couple more books all about houseplants and the care and feeding of trees. Here are the little twig houses that I made. And here is a print in the center of the mantle. I love this. This actually was framed at one time in a beautiful, very big, bold frame, and it was dropped and the frame broke, so I just took it out and I use it just like this, which I really like it without the frame. So on this side of the mantle, I've got a couple of more thrifted items. These are some little birdhouses that I thrifted and painted white. The beautiful box purse that I thrifted. And one of the viewers shared in the comment when this was shared in the thrift haul that this was actually a mail order kit many years ago where you could order this and put it together yourself. And this one happened to be decoupaged in birds. And my daughter took this piece of canvas and painted some different shades of blue because she knows I love blue. And I just layered this here on top of the round wrought iron piece, layered with a white basket and the blue canvas, which I love. Here's the Daisy May. Say hey, Daisy. Now, over here, I've got a couple of quilts on the couch. And I have a birdhouse over here with some tea and some Cheez-Its. Here's another thrifted book that I recently shared, As Southern as It Gets. Daisy's wanting a Cheez-It. She heard me say Cheez-It. So here you go, Daisy. I want to share this with you. I'm just going to bring this up a little higher so I can share it with you. This is an old enamel pan. And in here, I love to collect old letters. And this is actually from 1926, when stamps cost 2 cents. And inside of all of these old letters, there's actually still the letters. And I love to read through them, see what people were talking about in the 1920s, and to imagine that that was mostly their form of communication, was through writing letters to each other. In here I also have a couple of Sunday school books. This one is from 1955. And this one was from 1954. So I really do treasure these old Sunday school books. This lesson on this day was the dignity of work. And look at the picture. Wow. All honest work is honorable. So I love looking through Making Home Life Successful at all of the Sunday school lessons that they were learning in the 50s, and the pictures that told a lot about how they lived. So those are two more treasures, the Sunday school books and the old letters. Now inside one of my old letters from the 1920s, there was a lady who was talking with her sister, and in the envelope she talked, well, in the letter she talked about 2 napkins, 2 handkerchiefs that she was sending to her sister. And when I opened the letter, inside the envelope were still these beautiful handkerchiefs. So I think it is such a treasure to have these handkerchiefs, and to think that the receiver of these gifts actually never even took them out of the envelope. And I am sure it was because she treasured them so much she didn't dare take them out to get ruined. So she just treasured having them with the letter from her sister. In here, next to the stairwell, on top of the red armoire, I have a couple of new things displayed. The first is this beautiful print that I recently thrifted. This is an earlier thrifted item, this beautiful old baby blue tea kettle. Is that not amazing? I love it. So here on the shelves, I have a couple of things displayed. Over here in the corner, you can see another one of the handmade beeswax candles. These are some little paper houses that I made. I absolutely love these. I wish I was really good and could really be intricate, yes guys, but I did have fun making them. Up on the top, I have displayed a couple of little miniature clay pots and a cute little puppy dog. Some little salt and pepper shakers. A little miniature cup and saucer. And a handmade piece of pottery made by someone here locally. So I like the way this looks, and of course it pulls in the beautiful blue color. In the dining room, I've changed up this display a little bit. I have this very old strawberry jar that I absolutely love. I love the color of it. I just put some flowers in it. Here's my beautiful new tin that I recently thrifted. Some thrifted tea towels. And all of these dishes here are thrifted. Here are the little butter pat dishes that I love so much. This beautiful piece that I thrifted. I am not going to clean this up. I love the patina on it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I keep it as is. I had the table set with some blue, white, and yellow. And everything on the table is thrifted. Here are the napkin rings I just thrifted that I shared in a recent haul. I pulled out these blue birdhouse dishes. And these are some little egg dishes that I thrifted recently. And I'm going to get me some little flowers or some greenery and put in there to add a little color to the table.